Good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you all to the premiere episode of BW People HR Voices Season 2. We're very happy to be kickstarting this season with a very special guest, Ms. Bhavna Udernani, who is the Managing Director of Aadhaar Solutions. To give a little brief background about Ms. Bhavna, she has been a pioneer in the industry for almost 2 decades. From working within HR companies to establishing her own venture, her journey has been full of challenges. She was also recognized by Femina, featured as the Femina's Fabulous 40. She has also launched a few HR tech platforms, which we will be discussing further in the conversation. Firstly, welcome, Bhavna. Thank you for joining us today. We are really hoping to get some great insights since it is our first episode of the second season.
Thanks, Avi. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, to give a brief overview of the topic to the viewers, today's conversation is going to revolve around fostering a balanced work environment in order to achieve a harmonious employee and employer relationship. So, Bhavna, let's start with understanding a little bit about your journey. How has your journey been, and what are some of the significant evolutions you've seen throughout your journey in the HR industry specifically?
So, Savi, my HR industry journey started before I started Aadhaar. I was working with a company called TeamLease, where I was there, and a couple of more consulting companies, where I had seen a lot of challenges in HR world. Actually, TeamLease got me a new prospect of contract staffing business, where I understood actually what the people at the ground are going through and what are the compliances and what are the government playing in the minimum wages and all. I understood it's a huge industry over here. There's a huge gap between the demand and the supply. It is what the clients are expecting, what our candidates are expecting, and what we are delivering it. And after being in the industry for 5 years in TeamLease, I thought okay, it can be given a lot. And I think it was the best way to serve the society also. Employment is something which is the best thing which you can give. So yeah, we started at a very small scale in Ahmedabad, and our corporate office is in Ahmedabad. And slowly today we are 12 offices across India. Today we have more than 28,000 people. And the best part, Savi, if I tell you, is that when the candidates know you, they recognize you, and they say that they want to be on the payrolls of Aadhaar, it is an achievement for us. It was a struggle. It's not an easy journey for a woman to be in a labor-centric industry totally. Fighting with unions, fighting with the labor laws. Yeah, but it was interesting and it was good.
Great. So earlier this year, Aadhaar Solutions was in news because it launched a new platform for freelance recruiters called Click Jobs. So can you enlighten the viewers a little bit about the platform and what kind of services does it offer?
So, this is something that you can call it as an Uber for the HR industry, or you can call as a moonlighting in the HR industry, or you can even call it as a community of HR, whatever you want to call it. But it is an outsourcing event. Like how we do is we have pool of drivers for Ola, Uber. Right. In the same way, we'd want this platform to have the pool of recruiters coming and sourcing for the platforms over here. Today, with job cuttings and a lot of mismatch of jobs, even the economic condition, people want to earn extra money. And my whole idea, initially when I started HR, it was like headhunting. And it was referencing all the old. We never had Naukri, or we never had any portals. Today on Naukri and portals, we have mostly job hoppers and desperate job seekers.
So we used to Google people, headhunt them, and that was the right way. And the attrition was always less. Today we are playing with the market, which are job seekers, only job hoppers. Today, with a population of 150 crores, if we say 35% are employed and 35% employed people, if we say blue collar 15 crores or blue self-employed 15 crores, where is the rest of the data? You do not have the data. the best way to do HR and hiring is referencing. And we all know that if we referred anyone in the company, they are much more productive rather than we source people from Naukri and portals. So this is the way today. You do not have to be an HR. You can be anyone over here. You can be a media person. You can be anyone. And I have a media position. You just have to come, log in, give references of your friends and the media people. They can get, if they are placed, you get 40% of your commission once they are placed. So this gives a lot of employment also. This gives a lot of credibility, and this gives a lot of data in the market.
So I think it is a great opportunity for employers to seek the right talent and for the young talent to, connect with the employers for a side income.
Exactly. So most of the manufacturing and all units, if you see, they don't use portals. They just grab people from here and there.
So coming back to the topic for today, how do you think employers can encourage a work environment that fosters a healthy relationship, let's say, between the workers' needs and expectations versus what the organization's aims and objectives are?
See, gone are the days where employers used to treat employees as they are with all the commands and domination. It cannot be there. In COVID, it has been proved that employees are as equal, as important in the company. The vision may be whatever be the thing. The running of the company is done by the employees. So practically, from what I feel is today, the employees have to be much more empathetic. They have to actually understand the needs of their employees. What does employee need? Besides one thing, that he needs the fastest growth. If all his needs are taken care by every employer and work with the understanding and partnership, I think any company can do wonders. If you see a traditional way of Tatas and Birlas, they used to work in the same ways. There are townships made, there are partnerships made, there are provisions provided for their families. Everything has been done. The only thing is their growth appraisal factor is a bit slow.
You talked about the employer's perspective to foster a healthy work environment, but what about, how can the employees actively contribute to foster such a culture wherein their personal needs are also satisfied, their professional needs are also satisfied, and they're also satisfying their employer's commercial objectives?
One thing, even today, the Gen Z crowd is something they want to earn very fast. They want to move very fast. See, fast moving is not bad. It's not bad to earn money. But at the same time, if you're moving, are you sure you're learning? By the time a person moves and moves, he's learning in the company, he's moving to the other company. So he's not able to give and execute anything. So by the time he reaches a VP level, he doesn't know anything how to handle a VP level position. So that an employee needs to understand, irrelevant to fast growth, the work gives you the best of the results. There is no doubt about it. But if you understand, stay in a company, give the company the productivity and the results, no company would want their assets to go, and they will do the best for their employees. That is a very fact. Every attrition is a cost for the company. People need to understand, if we stay and work together and create a family environment over there and give the best to the company also, the company will go. So when I take interviews, many a time I ask them, how many numbers you all have been doing? So they give me a weird numbers. Monica, if you're doing this many numbers, the company would never let you go. I would never let a person go. Either you're saying wrong or either you do not have it. The company wouldn't have gone in soup if the numbers were good. That's a simple answer.
I definitely agree with you. In today's time, stability among employees is very important. To learn and reskill again and again is also really important.
Exactly.
So, as the managing director of Udernani Solutions, what are some of the tactics or initiatives or programs that you would recommend for open lines of communication among the employees and the management to build a trust and fair and transparency and mutual understanding between the both.
The employees need the accessibility. They should be able to reach out to the management. They should be able to say out their words. If they are facing problems, their problems needs to be addressed. Second thing, an employer needs to make sure that politics is avoided in the organization as much as possible. And the third thing, I think so, all the employee engagement activities are very important today, irrelevant to their insurances, their social security, their complete, whenever they are in need, you have to be for them. That is something which I really think about it. Because if 8 hours to 10 hours a employee spending his time with us, practically he's giving the best time to us.
Right.
So he deserves something about it. And at the same time, if you cannot take care of his best time and take out the productivity of him, and you do not deliver and you don't give him back anything, he will be highly demotivated. So small such things are important. Plus, he should have an access. Today, I don't, my cabin people can walk in anytime if they want to have a problem. They do not have to think 10 times that should I go in the cabin and ask. That is, even if it's a peon. So practically they know that we will be heard in the company. That is an open house. Then the HR should be very strong. That is very important.
So do you think surveys also play an important role in building an open line of communication?
Of course, we did. We tried. But the problem today with the people is they don't even fill up the forms for survey.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, what we do is many a times when we do our employee engagement activities, so we do some questions in such a way that we realize what they actually want. We throw out questions to them in the open forum only, which helps us to understand our people itself.
Great. So as you spoke about employee engagement, my next question is related to that only. So how can increasing employee engagement, productivity, and the overall business success result from balancing organizational performance along with employee well-being?
A dull atmosphere doesn't give you any productivity.
True.
You have to have some engagements. It's okay to take them. It's okay to just have snacks with them, sit with them and have fun with them. It's just okay to have some balloon game with them once in a month. It's just okay to have a movie set up with them. Celebrations are there. Motivations are there. We take them to picnics also. Before COVID, every year the whole team of Adhan used to go out for one destination. So the whole Adhan, suppose my Calcutta team doesn't know what is happening in Bangalore. Bangalore team doesn't know what is happening in Delhi. So this gives them the chance to actually know and give the best of the results also. I think that helps. They understand, they teach each other also better than what we will teach them. So a lot of activities like we make sure once in a month, some or the other activity is done. Irrelevant to we send them. It's okay to just send someone from Zomato snacks in the evening in Bangalore. They will be surprised. They will be happy. They will be doing it. Instances, I can say the people who have left Adhan, they really want to rejoin Adhan because of the culture, what we have created over here.
Family-like culture for employees, outside engagement from the work environment is also very important for employees.
Exactly.
So my next question to you is, could you just enlighten the viewers about some of the leadership techniques that could encourage cooperation and trust among the co-workers? And how do you think leadership plays an important role in upholding a healthy employee and employer relationship?
A leadership is the most important thing because the leader is what people follow. Right. So if you cannot, they don't look up to you, they will never be able to do what you want them to do. A delegation will never come if you are not a good leader. One. And second thing, you have to take the ownership of your team. If you cannot take the ownership of your business, of your team, you cannot be a good leader at all. You have to take the ownership of a team, but at the responsibility of the business also at the same time. There is A leader, a good manager and a leader is always a sandwich between the market and the team, or the management or the team. They have to perform, they have to make both of them happy. They have to take care of the profits, they have to take care of their teams also. Without both, nothing can work out. The best quality in the leadership will only be, I think, persistence, patience. It is, trust me, it is very important. Sometimes you do not know how to deal with the things. You have to have a cool mind many times. Not every time it can be um, the best of the situations. And if you just lose it, you'll have to figure it, the
Right.
ways to find it. You cannot make excuses. That is the one thing the leader cannot do it, cannot afford to do it. He cannot blame people, his team also, because if he didn't do it, it is the leader's duty to make it do it. That's simple. He has to sit and understand the team. He cannot be, what is the problem? And any solution cannot be the same for every problem. It had every problem and every solution varies with the different circumstances. So practically that needs to be understood very, very well. So just giving, if I make of someone person a manager and I tell my Bangalore person the same thing and the same thing for the Calcutta person, the dynamics are totally different. The culture over there is totally different. I cannot do that. They have to understand that. So everything does play important thing. And I think the best thing is ownership and patience in the leader.
Definitely. So you talked about the leader's perspective, but I wanted to know, in today's time, the leaders, they are suffering from burnout syndromes, they're going through extreme stress levels. So how do you think the employees can encourage the leaders or motivate the leaders in any sense?
When I go through it now, my team, when they come and they just say, "No, we will do it,"
Right.
it's just more than enough for me. We will do it is more than enough for me. And I don't want them to give me 100% result also. If they try it also, that gives me motivation. I tell my team that you motivate me to build this company much higher. You motivate me to challenge me to get this business into next level. When I come in the office, you give me a smile and give encouragement that I should fight for you with the clients also. But that motivation, that small things. If an employee does for an employer, I think half of the battle is won. Any employer will fight out anything, any circumstances then. Not even raising money, nothing. If the team says we are with you and we will get the results, that's the best thing any employer will want it.
Very true. So any last piece of advice for the employers or the young talent, Bhavna?
Be patient. Don't be aggressive. Too aggressive is bad. Learn and grow. Stable growth is very much important. Any building which is till the time it is not strong from the bottom, it will not sustain. So practically, your growth is also, it has to learn and grow. Just today, a management student, I want 30, 40K. But at what are you giving back to 40Ks to the company? Just understand the value of giving and taking is very important at that time. For these employees is something like that. And for employees, I will say, if people are not dogs, they are not anything. You'll have to treat them well. You have to treat them like their family and take them with you for everything. Treat them equally. At the end of the day, if in a corporate world we say every CEO and the managing director or the chairman is also an employee. We are sitting in that position. They are also paid a salary.
As we come to the end of the session, I would like to thank you, Ms. Bhavna, for such valuable insights that you've given on the topic. And I hope the viewers are going to enjoy the premiere episode of our season 2. We
Thank
hope
you.
to stay connected. And if any viewer has any question for Bhavna, please tag Bhavna across our social media pages, and she'll definitely respond to any of your queries. Thank you, Ms. Bhavna. Thank you once again for being here with us.
Thank you.